Today on City Line, eat more chocolate. It's therapeutic. Plus, the hot show Motown the Musical is now right here in Boston. Hello everyone, I'm Karen Holmes Ward. Welcome to City Line. Besides snow, love is in the air in February. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Now that occasion can be a blessing for some and maybe a curse for others. So this afternoon we've got some ideas on how to spice up your date night with friends, loved ones, and others in February and all year round. How about a theater night? Well, after opening this week, Motown the Musical has arrived in Boston's theater district. Following the rise of Detroit's Motown Records, founded by Berry Gordy, the show is a fresh throwback to yesteryear. The show features classic hits that launched the careers of Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, the Jackson 5, the Supremes, and more. And joining us in the studio now is the man who plays Berry Gordy in the Boston Run, Julius Thomas III.
Hello, hello.
Wow, I saw that show the other night, and oh my goodness, I couldn't stay in my seat.
No, did we have you dancing?
You had me dancing,
Excellent.
popping fingers, singing along.
Good, I'm glad to hear that.
It was wonderful. Tell us a little bit of the background of Motown the Musical from its infancy to the stage, for those that don't know the story.
Okay, well, Motown has been kicking around in workshops as well as productions on Broadway for about 4 years now. It opened, I believe, in April of 2 years ago, and has been wowing audiences since then. We've been having a really great time.
Now, tell me what you personally like about the musical.
Well, okay, so every generation seems to reintroduce the next to the Motown music. It's stuck with us for many, many years. And I just love that I get to be a part of this generation that introduces it to the next, to show them what fantastic music we have in this culture, founded by Motown and Mr. Gordy.
And I would assume that you were probably not born before Motown got started.
I was not. I'm going to do one of those.
What did you learn about the music when you were preparing for the role? And not only the music, but how it fit into, as we say, that generation of Americans.
Yeah, well, it was interesting to kind of learn that this music served as one of the linchpins of the civil rights movement. We were dancing together long before we were sitting down at the table to talk about the issues that we were having, and it was large in part to this sound that was created in Detroit. So the importance of this music really wasn't on my radar so much as it is now. I get it now, because I can look out into the audience and see just how wide the range of people that it touches is.
And I think when Berry Gordy first started Motown as Hitsville, USA, the music that came out of there was something called race music, and wasn't necessarily widely played on all the radio stations because it was just the beginning of the civil rights movement.
That's right, that's right.
Hard to think about now.
Yes, it is, and that was the thing that Mr. Gordy was really interested in. He really wanted everyone to hear his music. He didn't want to be labeled as race music, and he succeeded at that, I would think, right?
Yes, I think so. I think he has, because everybody knows all the words to the Motown songs. As you're watching Motown the Musical, not only do you get a sense of the music, but as you said, you also get a sense of the history that happened during the 25 years that Motown was at the top of its game.
Yes, we have a fantastic backdrop of just those 25 years kind of happening in the background while they were creating this fantastic music, and how it affected exactly why they were creating what they were creating. War was a statement on the things that were happening.
Marvin Gaye's What's Going On.
What's Going On, exactly. We have that fantastic backdrop just to kind of, to let you know what's going on in the time, as well as let you hear some of these fantastic hits.
Now, you have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. Oh, I'll take that.
Tell us about your road to the stage.
Okay, well, I grew up in Gary, Indiana.
I'm going back to Indiana. Indiana.
Hey!
Okay.
One of my favorites, I was a huge fan of the Jackson
Uh-huh.
5. I had a lot of the same teachers because they're from Gary, Indiana. A lot of the same music teachers that set me on the path for singing and acting. But I went to college and didn't want to sing and dance or do anything, have anything to do with the music industry. But it was a bug that bit me very young, and I eventually made my way back to it. Graduated from Wichita State with a bachelor's in fine arts and moved to Chicago to start working. And that has kind of skyrocketed me into the career that I have now, playing on Broadway and working on the First National of Motown.
Very nice. So this is your, you're Berry Gordy on the First National Tour.
I am Berry Gordy on the First National Tour. I also got to play him on Broadway, which was a dream come true. A dream come true, yeah.
Broadway to Boston.
Broadway to Boston, yeah.
Now, when I went to the show the other night, you know, we have to encourage Boston audiences to just get right into this show right away. Because you want people to sing along,
Absolutely.
clap.
We want you to do whatever you feel like you want to do. You know, I understand that people love to be polite and they want to clap and they want to be quiet and they want to shush their neighbor, but we love hearing the audience sing along. We love seeing them hop out of their seats and dance in the aisles. We love that. We want to have that happen at our show. So please feel free.
Please feel free to get involved and have some fun.
Have some fun.
And what's one thing you'd like us to leave the theater with for those that have not had a chance to see it yet?
Well, I would love for everybody to leave with a sense of nostalgia, and if it's your first time coming to see or experiencing Motown, to kind of open the door to you on all of this amazing music that we have in our American catalog. So nostalgia, I want you to leave with your heart being touched, and at the same time to be introduced to Motown.
And to enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay, Julius, thanks for coming today.
Thank you for having
me. You were
me.
a great Berry Gordy.
Oh, thank you.
Motown the Musical is at the Boston Opera House now through February 15th. Up next, chocolate and its therapeutic benefits. No, really.